o'clock in the morning. Got the attitude. Talk to me, girl. Girl, you see you're going to dance to. Player.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is El Capitano, El Papi, MJ, MacDeezy. It really is that easy. The Marvelous Jiggies coming to you live from SMR, Guest Our Campus. And as you can see, we have a lovely background.
Yeah, and we're all like professional now
Exactly.
with the
Cue
standard
for
and everything.
applause. Exactly.
But yeah, hi, I'm Best, and this is MJ.
That's MJ. And welcome to That Podcast Show with your boy. And this is obvious, as you could say, it's an audio.
It's it's an audio and video because it's also gonna go on Spotify. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So welcome, guys. First of all, before we begin, today's topic is going to be education. How important is it? Most people say education actually dams down people. Other people say it actually liberates other people. So before we get into that, I would like to actually throw love to everybody who actually supported.
I'm gonna put like hearts in my hand.
Oh yeah. Huh? Oh, before we go, this is episode 8.
Cue that anime sound effect.
Episode 8.
Wait. I had to do the Thanos thing.
On his.
I'm the editor, so.
Yeah, so that this is episode 8, guys. Today we're just going to talk, like I said, education. How important is it? Because education for me is learning. So
obviously.
Obviously.
I think for everyone it's learning.
Exactly. Actually, let me look up a definition of education.
Here we go again.
Mr. Best, please take it off.
The 5 minutes.
Don't take it off. I mean, just like take it from here. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think is that gonna fall? No, that's not.
Nah, nice one.
But yeah. When do you remember your first day of school?
I actually do remember my first day of school. Okay. It was terrible. I was bullied.
There you go. That's all you needed to know.
Yeah, I do remember it actually. I remember I didn't grow up with the most privileged guy. So yeah, I owe one boxer for 2 weeks now. That's just too much. What's your problem, sir? You don't have your favorite boxer?
Yeah. Did you watch? Have you been watching Keeping Up with the? I know what happens in the U.S. doesn't concern you, like you said last time, but people are like running for president, right?
Yeah.
So there was a Democratic debate. So there's this guy named Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
He ended his debate by saying, "My father was a peanut farmer with no floor, like with no floor, like in the house, and today I'm running for president. Thank you." And so Stephen Colbert was like, "Can anyone top that? Anyone here with a mom without a roof over their head?" Because to win that humble beginning thing. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like the Key and Peele videos. Though.
Yeah. Consequences.
Joseph.
Consequences. We're just trying to have fun here, guys. So, all right, guys. So, slight definition of education is from our friend, our site,
Google or Wikipedia.
Mistress. No, our wife is Google. Mistress is Wikipedia. So
there we go.
Wikipedia. So, education is the process of facilitating learning or the acquirement of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and habits. Educational methods include storytelling, discussions, teaching, training, and direct research.
Yeah.
So pretty much, education frequently takes place under the guidance. Guidance, yeah. Drake and Chris Brown of educators. However, learners may also educate themselves. Education can take place in formal or informal settings, and any experience that has a formative effect on the way one thinks, feels, or acts may be considered educational.
You done?
I'm done, son.
Okay,
Take it away, Best.
Okay, so let's take this back to 2000. How old was I? Actually, how about let's take this to KG? To 9/11. Actually, that was around the time. Yeah.
9/11.
Around that time, yeah.
Oh, so 2001, somewhere there.
That's another one, yeah.
That's when it happened.
So when it was happening.
Where were you when 9/11 happened?
In Riyadh.
Where?
I wasn't real. I wasn't associated.
Oh.
No, I was in Riyadh.
Okay.
I was like, how old was I? It was 2001, right?
Yeah.
So I was like 4. was 4 years old,
Yeah.
and we were all watching on TV, and everyone was just like shocked. My whole family, we were watching TV, and then like my mom made me go to bed,
All right.
and I was just asking her
What's
like what's all that? What's all that on TV, mommy? Not a
Exactly.
mommy, but on me. But yeah,
Of
and then
course.
she's like, it's just fake. It's just TV. That's what she told me.
Of course.
But yeah, later on, obviously, I realized it was something. But I'm just saying, this is around the time I started KG. So I went to KG. But that's the thing. I was a Pakistani kid in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, my KG was pretty much. So that's why I feel like at least that's why my parents didn't put me into KG straight away. But we had a neighbor. She was Indian. And India's not too far from Pakistan, so there's like the connection.
And they really love each other.
No.
Well,
you just had to, right now as well. There's bad times right now. Anyways, but yeah. So she like taught me numbers and everything, like that, the basics and everything. Which is weird because it's funny because even today when you give me any number at all, like mostly from 1 to 100, whenever I think of it in my head, I pictured the chart she had for me. She made a chart for me from 1 to 100.
Yeah.
So even now, whatever number and whenever I think of it in my head, I have that chart in my mind. So that's the weird, those core memories.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was the start of my education, I want to say. And after that, I joined KG. All Arab kids around me, so it's kind of hard.
My first experience with education was like,
yeah, sure, go on, just cut me off.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you're done. I thought you're done. Sorry.
No, yeah, up until KG, I'm done. But yeah, that's we'll get into the grade school after. Yeah.
So my first experience with education was like, can you read this? If you can't, go pick a stick so I can whip your black ass. Pretty much. I kid you not. So it was either if you cannot read, it was just like the fear, and that did not help, honestly.
That's funny because. Okay, I went for my. We had this farewell thing. Okay, when we were in grade 10, we had this farewell. No, grade 11 actually.
All right.
So it's grade 12 actually. So last year of school, me and my friend, we were like, let's get our licenses before the farewell, so we can bring our cars. So we went there, and for the driving test, there was this Sudanese guy in the car, and he's like. Okay, like you drive and stuff. So they just like that, how you said either do this, and if you can't, you get the stick. Exactly. So he was like, just drive around in the manual car and with the stick shift and everything. So like, if you stalled it though, because he stalled it.
Yeah.
He sat in the car, blah blah. He tried moving, he stalled it. The guy threw the file, and you're like, yalla, get out of here.
Get off with you, off on the streets with you.
Exactly. So I get what you mean. Yeah. So you were saying the stick.
Yeah. So education for me, at the beginning it was just like, if you cannot do this, so it brought some fear. I mean, mom and dad. One thing you have to understand is they grew up in a different era, and nothing but love for my parents.
Yeah.
It's never easy. I don't have any sad stories. It's just like I grew up with nothing. My mom and dad sacrificed. So I could exactly, and I appreciate that.
I've even if I make it someday, I'm fortunate enough to never have to say I come from nothing, because I don't come from nothing. I had a decent, childhood and everything.
And before we can continue, first of all, I'd also like to say thank you, bestest mom and dad. Thank you, sir. The compliments you gave me were very extraordinary.
Cutting this whole thing.
Exactly. No. He won't cut it. And obviously, bestest mom as well. I appreciate it, and as well, bestest sister. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
And MJ's family, who didn't even
my
bother
family
to
don't
watch.
for $2 a day. You can save this, black man. I'm doing this because I've been cut off. No, it's nothing but love.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, but yeah. And actually, before we continue, we also like to thank everyone who was supportive, those who sent their Instagram messages, and if you've reached that this far in the video, we'd actually say thank you, blowing you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Nothing but kisses.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so everybody, much love, appreciate it. God bless you.
We got strawberry and vanilla going on here today.
Exactly.
Nothing but love.
Exactly, nothing but love. But I am, ladies say I'm chocolate, but
Okay.
by the way, come holla at me.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So education, for me, it's a very iffy topic, because I feel like education is also about self-awareness. I feel like sometimes some people, some things were taught by society, like example, education, like informal, like I said, informal education. I feel like maybe
Yeah.
How you're taught, oh, this is, right, wrong. How
Yeah.
charity begins at home. That thing of
Yeah.
you learn this and this.
Mhm.
And formal education is where you go to school, exactly, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Like when I say, oh, men are right.
Yeah, we don't want to start that debate.
Exactly.
again.
Actually, for the ladies who are saying MJ, you see, men are right. Exactly.
Okay, I will say this.
No. For me, it doesn't really matter. But I just feel like men are right, women are right. But men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. Sometimes men are right. Sometimes women are
No,
right.
okay. Like,
Allow it.
okay, listen. I want to say, all these things, like you said, someone teaches someone something.
Yeah.
Like that's you lay it down.
True.
Galileo, all the all the Galileo.
Exactly.
you know?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is that your foot? Yeah, that's your
Did our feet just touch?
foot. Yeah.
Cue the love music. Cue love music, please.
Algebra, it comes from the word al-jabr. It's an Arabic word. Yeah.
Zebra?
Algebra.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
algebra,
here.
yeah.
Oh, zebra. I was like, is
Yeah,
that
no,
what
no,
you
no,
call
no, no,
yourself?
No. So it comes from the word al-jabr, and it's like it came from the Middle East. But what I'm trying to get at is they were all male as well.
Yeah.
We're not trying to start that debate again. But I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
Yeah.
we see a correlation.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, they set out the rules and everything.
Yeah.
But again, some of that is okay. All of that is important. I would say that all of that is important. But I don't believe that everyone needs to learn all that.
Yeah.
Because there's so much I learned at school that not even 1% of it do I use in my daily life.
True.
Yeah.
To this day, I'm still trying to find out the Pythagoras theory of.
Right? What was his name? Pythagoras?
Pythagoras. I think it was Pythagoras. Don't correct
No,
me.
there's another one as well.
No, it's Pythagoras. You're right.
You're
I'm just. Mine is like what my dear.
And
would
we
play.
had this thing.
Pandora theory.
Our math teacher would go like,
Mm.
it was about sequences. Okay, sequences like 2, 4.
Yeah, and you skip, then it goes to like.
No,
something.
it's like every squared number. So it's what is it? How does it start? One square is 1, right? Okay, 1 square is 1.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 4, 9, 16. Every number square, like 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. It's called, the way he said it, I don't know what the right pronunciation is,
Yeah.
but he would go like Fibonacci. That's what he'd call it. It's called Fibonacci. And the way he'd say it as well, man, like he was a character.
Yeah.
Shout out surname, but yeah,
Yeah.
he would go like, because I was very irregular at school. I wouldn't show up a lot of the. I would fake being sick sometimes. Sometimes I was sick. Sometimes I would fake being sick.
Yes, mom and dad.
Yeah, they're just finding
I always
out,
went to
yeah.
school because.
Look,
of
I was
very
kind of
brilliant.
bullied. All right, sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I was, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've all been there. We'll
You've
talk
been bullied, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is weird because he's like 6'3",
Exactly.
but he was bullied.
No, as in, I feel like that's the thing when you're different. Because I was 6'3", and more so everyone was like, okay, I was never 6'3". I mean, when you're growing, I was
He
usually
was
the tallest.
born 6'3".
Exactly, and I'm usually the tallest guy. So
Yeah.
with that being said, obviously, it comes, with great power,
Comes great responsibility.
great electricity bill. But yeah,
Okay.
that too, great responsibility. So like that's what happened. So I was bullied, and I honestly feel like being bullied in school is the best thing that could ever happen to me. It teaches you a lot about yourself, about being kind, being patient, and I also became a bully. But anyway, back.
But
to
that wasn't me. I mean, I got into fights. I'll admit.
Yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah.
No,
so,
it's a part of school though.
yeah,
That's
it
what
is.
I'm saying, yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, like,
But you see, that's the thing with education for me. I feel like education teaches you to think a certain way.
yeah.
You all become. It's like groupthink, which is a very dangerous thing.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Exactly.
You get this like hive mind thing going.
You can't all think the same, and that's why I also feel like that's why when we have people in society who think different,
Yeah.
that's why we tend to look at them like they're weird.
Yeah.
When I feel like sometimes we're the ones who are being weird. Like, bruh, this person thinks different. Steve Jobs, different. Thomas Edison, different. George Washington, he owned slaves, but no, different. But you see,
He just has to, every single
I
time.
got to. But everybody thought different. So I feel like with education, now listen, when I say like education for some people is important, for others it's not.
Yeah.
Like one thing I also believe in is deploying self-awareness. You
Mhm.
got to know what's right for you.
Yeah.
Other people
Definitely.
are meant to be in school. Other people learn through school. Other people are more practical. They learn by doing. And that's the thing with school. I
Monkey
feel
see,
like
monkey do. Right?
exactly. Well,
I was just gonna. Yeah, is that racist? I'm not racist.
no, but no, not
Q
everything is
Joyner
racist.
Lucas
Yeah,
there.
not everything is racist. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing with school. And I
Was it?
feel-
Sorry. Was it doggy see doggy do? Or was it monkey see monkey do?
Yeah, it's monkey see, monkey do.
Okay, never mind.
See,
Yeah.
monkey hear no evil, see no evil,
Yeah.
taste no evil. I think. So like yeah, so
I
I,
don't
feel
think
like
it's taste.
Yeah.
I think it's hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
yeah, taste no evil. Oh, you're talking about the halal. Oh yeah,
No,
no,
I wasn't talking about that. You were talking about that.
Oh yeah, no, you're talking about that. So like
Yeah.
so like that's what I was saying. So like with school, not everyone learns the same way.
It's like what is it? You know how they say you can't teach a fish how to climb a tree?
Albert Einstein said, "If you always judge a fish by ability for it
By
to
its cover.
by its come." Well,
Don't such a don't judge no. Don't judge a fish by its cover, guys.
well, there's that as well. Actually, yeah, that's actually
That
a good one.
makes
We can
no sense.
no, it does. Because what I'm saying is like, don't judge a fish by the contents of what it has inside. Because sometimes something that's beautiful on the outside can be very detrimental. Actually, I like that. I'll use that one of these days, like right now. It makes sense. No, it probably make it make sense.
Okay, sure.
Anything
Sure.
can make sense when you actually think
Allow
about
it. You know.
Allow it, fam. Yeah. So like I was saying,
You know, in Finland, which is funny because Finland and they're talking about fish, but yeah,
look at this guy. Look at this
I'm
guy.
on fire.
Exactly,
But yeah,
exactly.
In Finland, that's what they're doing. They've completely changed their education
Exactly.
system.
Because
They evaluate you, and if you know, they find out what you're meant for and what you want and everything, and then that's what you go for.
that's what I'm saying. Because not everyone thinks the same way.
Mm.
And that's the thing. And I feel like that's why we tend to be broken men, women, and that's why suicide, like technology and everything's getting better, but people are more depressed.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, so you're saying it's because of education?
no, I mean, I feel like that could be a factor. I'm not saying it's the only thing.
I mean, it could add to it.
Exactly. Sometimes the very
Yeah,
different.
it definitely could add to because
Yeah.
I remember honestly like being really brought down by physics
Exactly.
because why was I studying physics? It was never
Mm-hmm.
applicable to me. It was never useful to me.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
like okay, I want to say this: everyone should study everything at a basic level. You should know that you shouldn't put metals in a microwave. Okay, everyone should know that. For that, you need to study chemistry. You need to study chemistry,
Yeah.
some science at least.
Yeah.
Biology and all that. Like you need to know about your body. You need to know certain physics. Why
Yeah.
you need to know like
Gotta know
why
what your
magnets.
body
You know
wants.
why?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
No. I was just saying, yeah, your body, yeah.
Yeah.
Juices.
I
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
I know. But yeah, you need to know why magnets, like attract and then repel each other for like
Yeah.
say the same poles.
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I feel
opposite.
like,
certain things you should know.
and I feel like basic education and stuff, there's not a problem. It's just like, it's hard to determine that a piece of paper will tell you if you're going to be successful for the rest of your life. Like a piece of paper will tell you like you're going to be.
It's always a piece of paper in the end, though.
Yeah, but everything is a piece. Money is a
Money
piece
is piece.
yeah,
It's,
but
it's,
it's
it's
good.
paper.
You know, someone once said, money doesn't grow on trees. So like,
It actually does. Like
you know,
yeah.
a tree is paper, right? Like,
Look at this dude.
it's like like a tree is
Yeah.
paper, but like my guy, maybe Yeah.
Mr. Beast actually made a video on that. Like he made money grow on trees. I think he like attached notes to a tree.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyways,
exactly.
what was I saying though? Yeah. So yeah, I think everyone should get the basic, have basic knowledge of every subject,
Mm-hmm.
but at least in the growing ages, at least before your teens,
Mm.
or maybe well before your teens, maybe when you're like 8 or 9, or maybe when you're 10. Okay, you should start doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like in life.
Yeah, but I also understand because it's easier said than done. You know, I can't come here and say stuff because the stuff I haven't done, because sometimes you value other people's opinions more than you value yourself.
Yeah.
Because society, again, education. Because when you're caught doing something you're not supposed to do, what do the neighbors think?
Yeah.
There's this African proverb that goes like, you see, usually in an African home, when power goes off in your home,
Yeah, you told me about that.
exactly, you check if other people are in darkness. So pretty much just saying, usually sometimes when people are going through problems, they check to see if everyone is, and that's the thing with hate. Most of these people who have hate on like maybe on social media or anything, are just pretty much people who are going through hurt people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They say, and I can say this for myself as well. Because I think we talked about this before. The fact that you should, like how Eminem says, "I bully myself because they make me do what I put my mind to, and I'm a million. Look, I'm not gonna do it again, anyways."
Exactly.
But yeah, so he bullies himself so that he can do what he wants to do. That what he sets his mind to.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not healthy. Honestly, that's what I've noticed. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Too hard.
Yeah. No, as in,
Yeah.
I feel like an obsession to trying to be the best is always big. Like anyone who's ever had an
Yeah.
ladies,
Yeah.
ladies, I need water. So like anyone who has an obsession to become great
Yeah.
usually becomes great.
They do. But
Exactly.
at the cost of everything else, though.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, the thing is like, I don't know if there's a right way of doing anything, because like I can say, dude, don't be like this, but
Yeah.
usually the most obsessed people, like anyone who's great is obsessed. Like if I talk about Messi, Ronaldo, LeBron James, who else? There's a Washington or great Nelson Mandela. Those guys had an obsession, and something. Oh, that's everything.
Usain Bolt as well, yeah.
Like everything. Like one time, I had a bad attitude. I used to say like, I mean, I can do whatever, but I don't have to sacrifice, which is a lie.
It's a lie. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You always have to sacrifice something.
Always, yeah.
If you say,
They say love is compromise, even success is compromise.
exactly. Like if you want to win or want to be the best at something is going to. So if you want to be like today, you and I could be, sleeping right now or going out or doing.
Together.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I don't mind, brotherly love.
Sure.
Exactly,
Romance,
brothers. Yeah, but yeah, we could either be sleeping or doing anything, but we're here doing that. It's just like education. And actually, shout out to Best. He's the one who does ABCD and C.
A, B, C, D, and C. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we know why education is so important. Okay. Wait, what was
A
it?
B C D and D. Just in case you think I don't know the alphabet.
Okay.
A to Z. Or should I go through the? Okay.
We're good here, I think.
Mm.
I'll just contact the university just in case. No.
Oh no.
But listen. So I want to say, when you're your own worst critic, you look at everyone else the same way, and I feel like that's me. I judge myself so hard that I judge everyone else so hard, and that's
it's good you know that, sir.
yeah, I know. I'm very
Self-aware.
self-aware.
Exactly,
I'm
self-awareness.
too self-aware,
Exactly.
but that's why I'm very, very, very judgmental, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's why I need to find a balance where I can love myself, but I can also, like tell myself that, okay, you need to start doing this. I shouldn't like get comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I can
rest, but don't get comfortable.
Exactly. You can wear a black face and then I'm just playing. That's about.
You know what they were called? They were called
Yeah.
minstrels.
I have no idea.
But what's funny is, I don't know if have you ever had Galaxy chocolate? Like,
Mhm.
it's the thing in the Middle East. It's
Mm.
Dove in the U.S. It's called
Okay,
Dove.
okay.
They have these, and they're really, really good. They're
Alright.
like M&Ms pretty much,
Okay.
but they're bigger in size. They're called minstrels, and
Ah,
Google it right now. Just Google minstrels.
minstrels. Is
MINS
this one?
TR.
Minstrel? Second.
No, it's not menstruation. No,
yeah.
minstrel. MINSTREL.
MINSTR.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, minstrel.
Yeah. What does it mean?
The meaning?
Yeah.
A medieval singer or musician.
Right. Who wore blackface? Right. Isn't it?
Really? They
Keep
listen
reading.
to minstrel sing. Yeah, maybe. Who sang or? Oh
What does it say?
no, just saying like a member of oh yeah, with blackened faces who perform songs and music.
So back in during the segregation, all those days, that they would become minstrels, and I'm surprised they named the chocolate after it.
Wow.
So yeah, because they're dark chocolates, like
Whoa, I learned something new, guys. Best.
So, yeah.
Bet with the bet. Actually, I think we need to give him a round of applause. Insert round of applause here.
Wow. I couldn't. I'll add like fake,
Exactly. Like, whoa, he learned
Yeah,
something.
MJ needs a stand, guys. Like,
No, I don't.
pay us, please.
I just look at, I now know why the Asians are, actually, I'm not
Yeah.
going to say that.
The Asians are what? No.
Nothing, man. I love everyone, by the way.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly. But yeah, but I understand. Like, actually, I learned something new.
But see, again, you learned something from Google, right? And we learned so much more from Google and like
Honestly.
Wikipedia and YouTube.
I'll be very direct. I learned how to.
Okay. Yeah.
With Google, I actually learned how to do some, like, it was accounting.
Okay.
LIFO.
It was accounting.
It was accounting. Yeah. I can't say what I actually used it for because I don't want to be. Yeah, but yeah, it was
Mhm.
actually accounting. LIFO, FIFO, how to do this and this.
Yeah.
I feel like and for me, it actually.
Do you remember what it means? Life of.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what it
Live
means?
in. No. Huh? Last in, first out. First
Yeah.
in, first out. Such things, accounting. Because
I'm an accounting major. I had
exactly.
To,
So I was struggling, but I actually sat down.
it's easy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because like I didn't, it was my first time. and I
Yeah,
felt
again,
like-
see, that's the thing. It's easy for me,
Exactly.
but you're better for like quality management and stuff like that. And,
no,
you
as
know,
in, I
like-
feel like I've
wh-
always been
hospitality
like,
management
yeah,
and stuff
no,
like
no,
that,
like
yeah.
religion. I wanted to be a pastor
yeah.
because
Can you believe that, guy?
I wanted to be in
This-
touch. I
this
wanted to be in
guy.
touch with people.
Touch. I get it.
No, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. You can add the booze later. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. That was very
So you
terrible.
wanted to be a child.
No, that was very terrible, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, actually wanted to be a pastor because I felt like that was my calling in life.
When was the last time you studied like religion on
Actually, I don't remember. the
on,
last-
on an academic level? Like,
that was just A levels.
oh, you did have it in it.
Yeah, I
That's
did.
pretty like
That was the
that's
only.
quite a
Yeah, that's the
quite
only
a level to study.
B
that,
I
yeah.
got.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I got a B in AS level religion.
Nice, yeah.
I wanted to be a pastor.
So you were like actually sure of it?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you-
wanted to be. I told my dad, and this is what I heard. So, are we going to, maybe? And I told my auntie,
Mhm.
who I just, she was like,
Auntie, yeah,
yeah. So I was like,
I want to be a pastor.
Exactly. So I was like,
yeah.
she said, but money. But that's the thing. When I was young, I had a problem of actually caring too much about what other people thought of me. Like you said yourself, like you judge yourself so hard. That's why you judge other people hard.
Mhm.
And that's just the truth. That's just self-awareness. Even in the Bible, it says the way you judge others is how others will judge you.
Yeah,
Exactly. So,
definitely.
like for me, when I catch myself doing it, I'm like, MJ, you know nothing.
Mhm.
What if that person was molested or they're going through this?
Everyone has their own story.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Because today I saw this woman on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
She was talking about the day she was raped. It was like an 8-minute long story, and she just said like,
I thought you were gonna say 8 minute long. Right? Yeah,
no,
I get it.
8-minute long story. So she was talking about, he made a joke. No, I'm just
I'm
playing. He was
sorry, I'm
talking
sorry.
exactly. She was talking about how the guy who raped her was someone she knew. Like I don't know if the number was 85% or 90%, or most rapes happen or occur by someone who the female knows or something. And
Yeah.
she was telling me like, this guy, I'm not sure what the number is. That one, you gotta fact check. Best to do that, then we'll add it at the bottom. More work for him.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah. So like, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so she did that, and like that's for me education. Sometimes I learn from other people's experiences,
Yeah.
and I try to put it in my my life, and it humbles you. And sometimes education also comes from failures.
Mhm.
Sometimes by you failing is you're learning through that system.
Yeah.
So with education this day, I'm just saying like, how important is it? Because we've all come to us understanding that what works for you may not work for me.
Yeah, like I was just saying, because okay, I've never been the guy for calculations, but I like a challenge,
Of
and
course.
honestly, that's the only reason I'm an
Finding
accounting
the X.
major.
Yeah.
But that's why I have a second major, marketing, because I like that.
Yeah.
Like I like theory,
Yeah.
and I like manipulating people. So,
Of course.
but that's my thing.
Of
So
course.
that's why I like
It's
it. But
nice to
but
manipulate
I'm
people.
open about the fact that I don't like accounting. I don't like numbers,
Mm.
but I'm still doing it. Just
yeah,
just for
it's
that.
just a
Yeah.
challenge. And I just feel like
But I'm still not doing something I don't want to do. Like I want the challenge. So
Yeah.
but I know people who are becoming doctors and stuff just because their parents told
yeah,
them
and
to.
it's true. It's
And
not, that's
that's-
what I'm saying. Like we can't speak for everyone
Yeah.
here. I can't tell you like, yo, don't do this because I don't know what you're going through.
Yeah.
It's also about applying empathy for people. Education is not for everyone, but there's some people who I see who struggle.
Mhm.
I hate school. I'm not gonna sit here and say I love school. No, I do. I do hate school. Even the degree I'm doing, I hate it. But people say, "But what are you doing it?" I say, like, I gotta challenge myself
Okay.
sometimes.
So
but
is this something you chose it yourself, though, right?
no,
You didn't choose this yourself.
it was bestowed
Okay.
upon me.
Okay.
Like I had a dream on a mountain. Then my mom and dad called me down that mountain
Okay.
and said, "So, sir, it's either entrepreneurship or hospitality." But in their defense, honestly, guys, I was doing nothing with my life.
Okay.
I was just
So
like,
you needed a push. I
yeah,
guess. Yeah.
I, of course. Sometimes you're also thankful for the push. If it
Mhm.
wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Number one, okay, yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't be doing the podcast, and that
Mhm.
I wouldn't be here in this situation in school and learning some new things.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. So, with that being said, it's a journey, but I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the
But
journey.
you said you needed to challenge yourself. So was
course.
there any thing in mind that you would have preferred, like challenging yourself with, like
No,
for example, a different degree or something?
yeah,
Or did you just not want to study at all?
I just didn't want to. But at the end of the day, I looked at myself. I was like, then what are you
So
gonna
you
do?
were pretty much like, I want to be a pastor. A levels happened. Everyone
I
around
just-
you was
I
like,
was- I was
nah, so
pretty-
everyone around you was like, nah. And then you were like, okay, I don't want to be anything then.
Yeah, I honestly, to be honest with you, I just sat there and I just felt sorry for myself for years.
Wow.
For
Okay.
years. And it's hard to get out of that mentality. That's why when I say I understand when someone looks at me and says, "Bro, I'm doing a degree I don't want to do," I'm like, I feel you.
Yeah.
Or someone says, "Bro, I don't know what I want to do in my life," like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's you and I know. When it comes down to it, white people, black people, brown people, see-through people, we're not different at the end of
I've
the
never
day.
seen see-through people.
Oh,
But
yeah.
maybe I just see through them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're not very different. At the end of it, we all go through pain.
Mm-hmm.
We all go through the same stuff. Maybe different times of our lives, but exactly. There's that saying, you may be rich today, poor tomorrow. Poor today, rich tomorrow. So it's just like you might be going through something today,
But yeah,
but
definitely.
tomorrow it'll be your friend. So that's how experiences educate you as well. They teach you something.
Yeah, I mean, your life does teach you a lot. but
Exactly. Experience is always going to be the best teacher.
They are, and that's why I feel like hands-on experience and
Mhm. Yeah.
hands-on experience.
Yeah.
And especially nowadays, people are learning skills online
Of
and
course.
practicing
Of course.
and everything and all that. Like just with this podcast, I didn't know anything a year ago.
True.
I learned this all with YouTube
Exactly.
and Google, obviously. Well, they go hand in hand. YouTube is Google, so
Yeah.
Google. So
Of course. Of
yeah,
course.
so I learned everything from Google, I want to say. And I don't even buy books, by the way, for my courses.
Mm-hmm.
Google, everything on Google.
Google A.
Yeah. So do we even need these degrees in a few years, or is like certification enough? Like a skill learning, like course or something like that. And like, yeah, why isn't this enough? It should be in a few years. I want to say.
No, as in
or decades, anyways.
yeah, by 20. Actually, my teacher was telling me by 2020 something, they were already cut. There
Okay.
will no longer be classes. Let me just use simple English. Eradicate.
There won't be classes.
Yeah, because they'll be doing blended learning. So they try to implement that with us.
Mhm.
But with me, blended learning is just one thing now. Because I've been used like from
Same.
from
I
a
go
kid and to now going.
So
to
now you're
class.
used
See,
to it.
exactly.
Because okay, for me, we have
Society.
this accounting workshop. Okay, that's like every Tuesday. So half of the semester was go to class, and the rest of the semester is like online. I never even check online what's going on because I'm just so used to like either I'm gonna go to class or I'm just not gonna study. So we're used to it, but I want to say the generation that's up and coming, I feel like they would be more used to this thing. Like they would rather study online like that.
True.
Because they're just more accustomed to it.
Exactly.
Because they're born with phones in their hands nowadays.
Exactly.
She's crazy, but her crazy is
It's beautiful. Me.
Are you bringing it back?
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of my favorite songs. Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs, one of my favorite country musicians out there. Right there is a big fluffy teddy bear. I can say that because I'm a man. 2019. I love it.
But yeah, my coffee changed to juice.
Yeah, exactly.
Because something's happened behind the scenes.
Rabana.
Yeah.
No one's fault. Technical error.
Yeah,
Electricity.
today's just not our day.
The
Things are
blackouts.
going wrong.
I hate the word blackouts. I think it's just power outages. Thank you.
Yeah. But we're gonna try to speed
Well, we shall.
speed this up before like something happens again.
Exactly. But no, anyway, it's life, guys. We love this. We
Yeah.
love this.
But yeah, so we were just talking about how the new generation
Learns to,
they're more accustomed to electronics and they're born with it, all that. They're just used to it from an early age, and
yeah.
that's what they're used to, and that's how they should be taught.
Yeah.
At university level and all that.
Yeah.
It's like even at school. But for us, because we're not from this generation, and we
Yeah.
didn't have phones growing up, at least not
Or
smartphones.
millennials.
So I think we're more used to like being pushed into class. That's just how we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
So it's too late for us to change now.
exactly.
But we need to care about the world.
And I feel like change is hard.
future
We just we fear change, and that's
Yeah,
just
of
the
course we
truth.
do.
I mean, blended learning. Yeah, but I feel like practicality is always going to be the best.
Obviously.
Anything in life you do, usually when you learn how to do something is
Yeah. The
exact
hands-on experience, like
exactly.
you don't read a book to just
Read a book.
start riding a bike.
Exactly.
Like how
Exactly.
to ride a bike.
Yeah.
There are books for that, but I'm pretty sure no one buys them or you read them.
Exactly.
You just get on a bike, you fall down, you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
up, and you just learn.
Yeah. But one thing I can just say is just us have self-awareness. Some people want to go to school. I can't say
Yeah,
which
if accounting is your thing, go for it. It doesn't all have to be film studies, art, and all that. But
exactly. Just
I'm just saying, if that is your thing, though, you should be able to,
Yeah.
have it around you. Like if art is your thing, music is your thing,
Yeah.
you
sure.
should have it around you to, like.
There's this quote that
practice.
I once read when I was a kid. It's like, if not only the talented birds sing. If it was like that, then most of the birds wouldn't sing. You only have one species of bird singing. So it just means like, because someone does that, and I feel like sometimes why people don't try is they already put someone on a pedestal, or they value someone's opinion. That if you want to have speed, stop having expectations of others. It's unfair for them and unfair for you. Of course, we're human beings. Even I can't say that and say I won't have expectations of other people.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
But we just get on. We get on
Unexpected
with
expectations.
it. Exactly, right
Single
there.
coming out soon. Yeah.
Exactly, that's my song right there. Coming out soon. Actually, I'm gonna make an EP soon, guys. Don't believe.
But
me.
it's just like you can't judge a fish by its
By its gills.
by its cover,
Exactly. I remember when I was a young lad. Young, not so handsome, and I told my teacher, I want to be the president of Zambia. He pretty much peed. Actually, I think he peed his pants that night. It was like, that idiot, and he can't even spell his name. Yeah, so like, those are tough times.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. I mean, that's what school does. School tells you, no. Think like this to get that answer. So you're pretty much thinking how society, the government tells the teachers, this is the curriculum is made by the government.
Can you spell that for us?
Okay, no, but seriously, syllabus. All right, it's made by the government. You learn what the government.
Why does this group of old people
Exactly.
on like a table decide what you get to study?
Exactly. If you guys you should read Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. It pretty much tells you what exactly.
He doesn't like sake.
Well, he does like to sake a bit.
No, sake is like a rice wine in Japanese.
Really? What's susu?
Susu is milk in Malay.
I now know why I got bitten when I said, can I have some? Oh, makes sense. So like, so that's like the whole concept of tins. I can't say much really, because education for others has brought them great wealth and success, but
we're not saying it's a bad thing. I feel like you should, growing up, you should have the foundation, the basic foundation.
Exactly.
You need to learn about math, science, and all that. You need to learn about why magnets attract or repel according to the poles, and you need to learn like 2 + 2 is 5. You need to learn all those things, and 9 + 10 is 21.
My father to this day gave me the best answer. Papa, where do babies come from? I pay your school fees. You find out in school. And that's what he said. That man, I can't say, that's what my dad said. I was like,
shout out to him.
Exactly. Shout out to Mr. Muyanko. Yeah. So that's about it, guys. I feel like education, it's a self-awareness thing. You have to know what you want to do in life.
Yeah, once you have that foundation set, there should be an education system where, like, if I was in charge, I would start evaluating those, students. Around I want to say the ages of 11ish, 10ish, 11ish.
The strengths,
and see what they actually want. Sure. Maybe they're good for it, maybe they're not good for it. I would advise them, what to do, give them counseling and all that, and like list the pros and cons for everything, like what you should be doing, shouldn't be doing, and all that. Like, and if they really want it, we'll make sure they can get it. It's like, for example, me growing up, like, sometimes I wanted to be a football player, cricketer, all that. I was
Baby
like
daddy,
paleontologist, astronaut,
baby daddy as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. But
it's a good career.
Around the end, I wanted to be a doctor.
Yo,
right.
What kind of doctor?
I mean, I wanted to be a cardiologist.
Oh, the one who works on eyes. That's nice. Continue, sir.
Exactly.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
But around AS, I realized I can't sit in a hospital for all my life.
Yeah.
So even though that's my bad, but I'm just saying that if I had someone evaluate me, throughout the years, and they had listed the pros and cons for me,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't. Maybe I would have realized that earlier, and maybe I would have, started off on something else, like
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
what I'm doing right now, like business.
Yeah.
I only got to study business when I got here, so like
Yeah.
maybe I would have gotten an earlier start
True.
if like we had that sort of education system.
True,
But we
true.
don't. We just have like, there's these subjects and study them. Like
Yeah. But at the end of the day, self-evaluation is always going to be key. So you start with thy.
Yeah, but you can also need help. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes you need someone to throw a bone and say,
Yeah, if
"Oh,
someone's not good at something, you just shouldn't, like if
School.
if they have no hope. Because
Yeah.
some people aren't good at something, but there's still hope.
of course."
Sometimes there's no hope, and like
That's-
you should let them know.
And that's the sad thing. You can go the rest of your life, and 50 years, at 50, you'll be like, dude, I just wasted my time in school.
Yeah, definitely.
True.
Yeah, we pay so much for like school, university, and everything. And,
People are going in debt for that.
yeah, and you saw like Hassan Minhaj.
Hassan
recently,
Minhaj,
and I
shout
spoke
out
to
Patriot
Khan.
Act. You should,
Yeah,
if you guys
shout
don't
out-
watch it, you
shout
should
out
watch it.
Hassan Minhaj, yeah. But she called the Congress, whatever her name was, chairwoman, said
Mhm.
Hassan Minha. That's what she said because she thought the J was like silent because like Mexican or something, like
It's
jalapeno.
not.
But
Mhm.
yeah, we pay so much,
Mhm.
and even the books are so expensive. But
Yeah.
trust me, the book might be for like 375 ringgits, maybe
Yep.
like $50. All right,
True.
and I'm only gonna need it for like maybe 1 or 2 chapters. So is it worth it? And I'm never gonna use it again because like maybe it's not there for my next semester. So like I can just get it online for free,
Man.
legally or illegally, whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying I can learn so much more from the internet.
True. My young brother would say, "Si, senor." Exactly. So for me, I feel like
He's Mexican.
hmm?
He's Mexican.
Oh yes, of course,
Okay.
adopted.
Si,
Uh,
senor.
Found him by the border.
What's his name?
Young Enrique.
Is that right?
Young Enrique.
Young Ricky.
One young Enrique.
Okay.
Muyangwa.
Okay.
Exactly.
I didn't get what you said, but
No,
okay.
young one.
Young one.
Yeah, young one. So it's like one. So his first name is English one, then one.
Okay. Moving on.
Wow, huh? Bursted my flames right there.
I'm not racist.
I'm not racist.
But yeah, for me, that's why I feel like education is a self-awareness game. Everything in life is about self-awareness. You just gotta know what you're good at. I enjoy some things in school, like the environment. Sometimes I even ask my lecturers, like, really, don't you feel like school just creates workers? That's all
Yeah.
school does.
Sometimes it does. Like
School is just pretty much when this generation is done, this generation coming from this generation
it's like
replaces that one.
we're all
that one comes.
robots. Just like a factory. You were just
Yeah, it is.
making mindless robots. yeah.
Exactly. Guys, you gotta read Rich Dad Poor
See,
Dad. I haven't
again,
read it, but
yeah.
It's a good book. My
Some
dad
people-
made me read it, I never read it. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't mind being a mindless robot, but like there are a lot of those people in those groups
Yeah.
who have a lot of creativity and they want to do great
Exactly.
things.
I won't lie. I was starting to. I won't lie. I was starting to be okay with being a mindless robot until one day I just said like, and then what?
Mm.
And then you're gonna get married to a woman you don't really love, and then have kids who will just be average, just like you, and
Mm.
then that cycle of you have average
Of
kids,
averageness just
they
keeps
grow
on
up
going.
to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
average, and then marry an average woman, and then it's not like no one's average. We just choose to be. That's
Yeah.
that's just the way I say. So
That's
you
true.
are what you attract. So if you're average, you're gonna attract average people. If you're trying to be beyond average, you see. My dad used to tell me one thing: if you show something, people are always willing to help a man who's willing to work.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you're willing to put in the work, exactly. My dad's quite wise, guys. Quite wise. So yeah, for me, that's my end of the bag and the end of my story. Actually, that's how I view things about education. Maybe next time, here and there, I'll put in something else that I view about education.
Education. Yeah.
Exactly,
But okay, wait.
education.
Rapid
Man.
fire.
Yes.
Do we need libraries?
Do we need libraros, as they call them in Chinese?
Sure. Yeah.
Bookshelf. So, do we need libraries? I don't think we do anymore.
They're just for aesthetics, honestly.
Exactly, just there to
Like,
make.
You want to
Oh,
look like you're studying,
but
so go to the
libraries do
library.
make money. To
Yeah,
keep
they
up-
do, they
Yeah,
do.
they
But
do make
you-
money. They're
if you wanna
upkeep and
Look like you're studying. You go to a library. But if you see someone with a phone or a
study in the
I
library.
know, yeah. But
Go call Michelle. Hey, baby.
if someone's on their phone or laptop, you're good there.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, sir. I'm okay. I
Yeah.
thought this was Michelle.
Okay.
The woman of your dreams. Yeah.
Okay.
continue.
So if someone has they're on their phone or they're on their laptop, you might think they're not studying. If someone has a book,
True.
you're gonna think they're studying. So it's all about perception.
Yeah,
really.
it's true.
But I know people who like aren't good at studying, who are like always at the library, and then there's me. I'm always in my room,
True.
and they think I'm like just
No, it's
slacking.
true.
But
It's like it's true. Like what you say.
we
Like
all have our own styles.
I used to
guess,
think
yeah.
people with glasses were smart. To admit best.
Oh, please.
Wrong stereotyping. Yeah, but yeah, that's just about it. But
I used to think people who wore pink hoodies were gay.
I am just a bit. I'm a happy guy, happy fellow. That's what gay means, by the way.
Wow.
No, gay.
Where'd you learn that? I know.
Exactly.
I know.
No,
I'm
no,
not,
because-
I'm not dumb.
Be-
alright?
because our principal, Mr. Cowlin, used to say, "I'm a gay man." It's like, huh?
You were like, you tell them.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
I'm
no,
so
no,
proud.
like, and all of us, because it was a white man, so we're all
Gay.
laughing, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a gay man. It was like, oh, gay means happy, by the way.
Mhm.
When we were kids, everything was funny.
Yeah, back then,
Yeah,
things
back
were
then,
like, okay.
When life was all
Do you know salty? Like, you know what salty means now? For those of you who don't know,
exactly
salty is like someone who's
salty.
petty, pissed, angry, bitter, about something.
Exactly.
But around 2010, it
Mhm.
used to mean hot. Like, oh, he's really salty.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird,
yeah.
like how that changed.
Can't
but
wait to see what STIs becomes in the future. But anyway.
anyway. Okay, yeah.
I'm chock full of nonsense today, guys. So, guys, for me, first of all, before I go anywhere, before we do a segue, before if Best has got any questions for El Papi, I would like to thank, first and foremost, if it's not clear, Best's parents for bringing Best into this world. My parents who adopted me. Thank you, Dad and Mom.
Thank you.
Exactly. I'm actually white.
Where
This is a
defi-
skin disease.
Where,
Yeah,
where,
it's a skin disease.
where defined you?
I have no idea. My mom says ShopRite. The Zambians will know that. Yeah. So like, yeah, thank you very much, guys. And everyone who showed love, appreciate it, and also the guy who did our cover art,
Omar. Shout out Omar.
and the guys who left the comments under YouTube.
And Lil Dicks.
Exactly.
Yeah, they know who they are. Yeah.
Appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. Nothing but love, and I hope God blesses you endlessly and incountlessly. Mr. Best, anything to say before we leave?
Okay. What's your like worst experience with a teacher?
Sad, yeah. Well,
rapid fire.
yeah, I feel like for me, most of my
Was it a math teacher? 'Cause
no,
for me,
no.
it was a
Most of
math
my
teacher.
as in I suck at math, number one. So like, it takes me a while
Uh-huh.
to process things, but figure it out here and there. I
Mhm.
have to. But I feel like the worst experiences I've ever had. Not all teachers are bad.
Yeah.
There's some teachers who believed in me and I did quite well in the subjects, and
Mhm.
there's some teachers who told me I'll never amount to anything.
Mhm.
Look at me amounting to.
I had that with one of my math teachers.
exactly.
In front of the whole class, he once said that, "Oh, this kid is nil in math. Like he's nothing in math and stuff
Exactly.
like that." Yeah.
And that's the problem. And that's a man. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes respect.
Look at
is
me
not,
now.
Exactly. Respect is not given; it's earned. That's
It's
how I
taken,
say. It
yeah.
doesn't matter. It's a two-way street, and that's how it is. So I feel like my worst experience with some lecturers was me never trying to find my voice, and that's the problem. I was gonna be okay with just that guy sitting in the background,
Yeah.
blending in the shade, black. But yeah. That's what it's gonna be.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Of course, you're not gonna say anything. He can't.
I mean,
Yeah,
I kind of can
exactly.
because I'm brown. I
Yeah,
kind of can.
brown man.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. Education for me has brought me nothing but sorrow
Yeah,
and joy
same.
as
Yeah,
well.
there's been a sense of achievement when I've done well on an exam
Of
and
course.
stuff like that. But I want to say there's been more bad than there's been good, and
Okay.
I don't think I needed teachers and all that. Once I grew up, I didn't need teachers. I had Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had Wikipedia and YouTube, and
Mm.
yeah.
No, that's just fantastic. So for me, nothing but love for everyone. Hope you're having a great weekend or week or had a
It's
great
gonna be the week. Yeah.
Yeah,
probably
hopefully,
by the time this goes up.
exactly. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Wish you nothing but the best. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people who love you, and spread love, not cheeks. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be.
Thank you.
Okay. You're like, thank you.
Thank you.
You're like that random guy you pick up on TV. But yeah, I guess we just a light one today. We didn't really go too deep, but
Today,
yeah.
sometimes you just have to.
Yeah, it's been a fun one, and yeah, I guess we'll be seeing you next week, right? Yeah, next week.
And next week, we'll definitely.
Maybe have someone on with
Hey,
us.
you never
Yeah.
know. So you have to come and check. Thank you.
But stay posted and yeah, take care. We'll be seeing you when we'll be seeing you.
Adios, muchacho.
Bye.